Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 48 of the Tait Talks podcast. I'm the host, Tait Middleton. Today I am speaking to the very tall Isaac Jones. How are you, mate?
I'm very good. Is the tallness coming through the audio? Are they getting?
I think they could sense it.
They can sense that. Good.
I do have to do a picture with you at the end to
we'll
show
put that up.
Show the difference, I guess.
I should be speaking further away from the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me stand up. Hey, you guys going?
Yeah.
Going good?
I say that because you just informed me that you are 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And that's literally why I had to.
Yeah.
In case he sounds tall.
In case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Something's weird.
So we should start with you do stand up.
Yeah.
You have also told me off air, as we would say. You started when you were 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. The first ever gig I did, it's very like, oh yeah, he's 15. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like the energy.
So 6'8", and they still knew you.
Yeah,
were 6,
yeah. Back 15. In the day, when I was only the size of a regular NBA player, I was doing gigs. Yeah, it was good. It was because I just wanted to do it. You know what I mean? And there was a gig running, and it was an open mic every month at Babushka. You know, at this little tiny absinthe bar, whatever it was.
Strange place.
Yeah, weird place.
Yeah.
The bartender looked like the Grim Reaper. I remember.
He did, and there was a dog in there.
Yeah, there was a dog.
Comedy dog.
And it was like, okay.
Yeah. It was a great place though.
It was cool. Yeah, it was a cool place, and I just did that every month, and that was good because I was doing drama in school, which was a big awakening for me. It was like because I was doing. You know, that classic, I don't know what I want to do with my life. And drama was like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic. So, yeah, just being able to do stand-up. I did it probably every month and then did some bigger rooms in Ballarat when I got a bit better. And then did the Class Clowns comedy competition in school. That was good. I got to like the second round, third round. From memory,
that would be harder than normal stand up because clearly you cannot talk about whatever you want to talk about.
No, and you're a kid, so you don't really know anything, you know. Yeah. So it's really just like whatever, you know. There's no
easy audience though because they're sort of like
you know what
I mean?
They're a bit kinder, because they understand, you know. These are literally all these people are in school.
Yeah, this giant is a school kid.
Yeah, they're like, just remember that he's not. He looks like he's like an imposter. You know what I mean? But he's
undercover.
A kid. But yeah, 15, and then did comedy for a year, and then moved to Melbourne and did 2 gigs in that whole year.
Yeah,
because I just wasn't sure what I was sort of doing.
How old are you then?
I was 19 by that point.
Yep.
And then...
I think we first did a gig together.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah. It was around... And then I think that when I started doing more gigs is when we did that gig together.
Oh, really? So you went back to...
Yeah.
So you were living in Melbourne. Back home.
Yeah.
To the Schnitz.
To Ballarat, yeah. To Schnitz, Ballarat.
Yeah. I wonder if
the big leagues.
Yeah.
Mum, I made it. I'm coming home to Schnitz.
My first sellout show.
Put some chips on. It's gonna be great. And then the year after that, that's when I went like crazy in Melbourne and just did all the gigs.
So what do you reckon? You went from 2 gigs, and then what do you reckon your next?
Oh, that was nuts. I was trying to do 4 a week minimum. So, I was doing a lot. I don't know what the maths is, but it was a lot. Yeah.
52, let's say 200 gigs a year.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Because Pete Jones is another comedian. He counts a lot of his gigs in the year and tries to do the most.
10,000.
Yeah, he was doing, yeah. He does heaps. So I remember he was on like high... like 350 to 400 for a year. So 200 sounds about right for me, I reckon. Because he was, he was better. So he was just doing more gigs.
Yeah. That is a lot of fucking gigs though.
Yeah, that's full on. And then I was battling with the whole thing of like, well, do I just do booked gigs or do I just do every gig? Or is it, because some gigs don't feel like they're worth doing,
Yes.
but, I think every gig's worth doing, but some of them stretch your mental health quite a bit.
Well, it's hard to also like ascertain if you've got 10 people in the fucking audience, like it's just a numbers game. It's purely maths, stand up, and you're like, I made 10% of the crowd laugh with this joke. It's one person.
Yeah.
Like it's never gonna give you like an indication if that joke is actually funny.
No, that's the whole
And that's the issue with
thing.
the shitty gigs.
Yeah, is that you're not getting the feedback that you need.
Yes.
Which
stand
is
up.
annoying because it's even like maybe 5 people found that joke funny, but they won't laugh because of the psychology of we don't want to be that,
Yeah, well, stand out.
Yeah.
You get lost in 25 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's fucking 10,
yeah,
they're just like, nah.
exactly.
I really enjoyed the show. You're like, fucking make a sound.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I thought recently I was hosting at the Cellar in St Kilda.
Yep.
And it was one of those gigs where it was like about 7 to 8 people.
Yes.
And I thought I said to the audience, I was like, would this be a good idea if I, ready, steady, cook? I got the capsicum and the tomato paddles and I handed it out to everyone. Obviously tomato is bad.
Yeah.
And capsicum good. And you just hold them up. You don't have to make noise, just hold them
Deaf
up.
Deaf audience.
Yeah. And then that'll feel at least something.
Yeah. Some validation.
Yeah. Just like, okay, we're making progress. It's silence, but it doesn't hurt as much.
It's very strange. Yeah. It's very strange. So you went from doing 2 gigs to 200.
Yeah.
How much better? Great English.
Yeah.
How much better do you think you got doing? Obviously, the 2 gigs in a year is a write-off. That doesn't really exist.
No, not
really.
I mean,
it doesn't even get rid of like 0.1% of the nerves in each gig. So if you do 200 over the year, you would I feel like you would get more and more used to being on stage, basking in the silence, working out how to sort of work out a joke or curate your set list, whatever it is, or finding your voice on stage and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think you were just like, fuck, like it's extremely beneficial to be in a highly populated city and be able to do stand-up all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's mainly like 90% of a gig for a comedian is talking to other comedians, typically at the back of the room or whatever in the hallway. And I just didn't get that when I was in Ballarat doing 1 gig a month. You know what I mean? So, and talking to other comedians is great because you just talk about bits and talk about, I don't know. It just being in an environment where other people are sort of going through what you're going through or trying to do what you're trying to do just helps,
Yeah, so, it's creative.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't know, mindset, I guess.
Yeah, people give you advice like slow down, or commit more, or, that line could be this, and then you go, oh shit, of course.
Yeah. Seeing as you've done stand-up for, you said you were 25 now when we were chatting before.
Yeah.
You've been doing stand-up for 10 years, which is insane.
But it
has, I suppose at the same time.
It's an asterisk.
Yeah, there's a couple of times where it's I think I was saying to you, I started in 2014.
Yeah.
And done absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah. Trying to get back into it in Melbourne, but still the mindset I think has been there the entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Looking for the funny, letting scenarios play out to see what will fucking happen to the detriment of my life. But, it's that type of thing. I think it's always there. You know what I mean? It's hard to it's good. Fully turn it off. And you as a fucking drama kid.
Yeah.
Surely flamboyant.
I'm built for the stage. I have to perform. Otherwise I'll implode. Yeah. I actually do if I go 2 weeks without a gig, I feel like hallowing emptiness.
I think it's called depression.
It's just depression. Why do I want to drink so much?
Yeah.
But no, it's really helpful to do heaps of gigs.
How often do you gig, would you say, just roughly these days?
Well, I say when people ask me how long I've been doing comedy, I usually say about 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Just because that's the amount of time I've been doing it, at least 4 gigs a week,
Okay, yeah.
you
that
know,
makes sense.
or at least like a big gig every week, you
Yeah,
know, a
yeah.
gig in front of a proper audience and stuff. So, yeah.
Many gigs this week?
Uh,
What's Wednesday now?
it's like the second week after festival, so I've just been editing everyone's
Yes.
videos.
Yeah, which we'll get into.
But I do have Lido this coming Tuesday, which will be fun.
Yeah.
Especially since last time I was there, it was like really cold, like
Okay.
really cold audience for everyone.
Oh,
And I was like, I'm coming back with a vengeance, you
come back
rich
hard.
pricks. You know? Yeah, but I was, so I got that. And then, just mates just running gigs all over the place. So just
Yep.
trying to book them.
But
But
you're
yeah.
still doing around the 4 a week now?
Uh,
Well, obviously not right now.
yeah,
because of
but
fringe,
yeah.
Usually when
Usually,
it's not this
yeah.
crazy
yeah.
post-fringe.
Yeah. Post festival season. Yeah. So there's always that like period of time where you just take a break after the crazy month.
Yep.
But that's coming to an end now, and I'll get back into doing 4 gigs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you also do like a MC'd Cellar on Friday, which was I was probably on stage for, I don't know, 45 minutes total.
Jeez.
You know,
How long was the show?
it was a long show.
It's gonna fucking
It
take
was
either
fucking a long
that
show.
or you just hammed it up. Like, there's another
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I did 20 minutes. Just
Yeah,
fucking-
between each
the
comic.
start,
Yeah, you know, they
So,
hated it, but
Isaac Jones show, yeah.
what can I say?
Yeah.
Fuck 'em. No.
It's in my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick though that you're doing that many gigs now. You did say that you were wanting to shoot to America to tick off more of a childhood dream of going to the big fucking comedy places in the States.
Yeah, I always, when people who are not comedians ask me why I want to do that, I always say, we've got one of the top 10 comedy clubs in the world in Melbourne, the Comics Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
The LA has 3 on one street, you know? So I'm like, that's the place that I want to go, you know? And even like the dream is to do a spot, you know, and I don't care if it's a mic or whatever. It's just like something I want to tick off the box, you know?
So at the store or just in
No,
LA?
just in LA, just anywhere.
You fucking get that, mate.
Yeah. Well, thank you, because I am
Yeah.
shooting I have no idea, you know, but that's the goal. And then also, just to see as many shows as I can while I'm there.
Yeah.
And then take my girlfriend to Disneyland is the bonus.
You can't back out of that now. It's on fucking
Exactly.
It's on record,
I know. Yeah. There's no way. She'll cry.
And propose. No, just kidding. Just ruined it.
But that's the goal at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, so we started with your obviously stand up. Obviously, that was 15 to 25. But the real reason I wanted to have you on was to chat about like your actual job that you're doing now, or more paid work.
Yeah.
Videography.
Yeah.
So, how did that come about?
That was started in lockdown. I obviously couldn't do gigs, but I still wanted to make stuff.
2020?
Yep. Yeah. So I had more money than I ever had in my life with JobKeeper, because I you know what I mean? Anyone coming from like casual work or like even just like little jobs here and there, then to suddenly getting like an actual salary that most people get, you're I'm rich. I'm killing it. Oh my God, this is what people live on normally. Fuck, this is amazing. So it was great. And then I just so I wanted to film sketches, so I bought a decent camera.
Yep.
Not even because I thought, because most of the funny videos on YouTube are low quality.
Yep.
So I didn't buy a good camera because I thought I needed good quality to make good quality sketches. It was mainly just because on the DSLRs, I love that zoom that you can sort of do with the lens. I've seen a lot of sketch comedians use that, and I thought that's really, that can be a comedy thing. I think, you know, like I don't know, great. I watched a lot of Gus Johnson, who's like a sketch comedian on YouTube. He uses that a lot, sort of, and it was cool. So I bought this camera. And then I just had this idea, and it's still in my notes app today, is like, maybe you should film comedians' sets,
Oh, yeah.
and so then I started doing that,
Yep.
and charged. Like just did it for free for a couple times, for a couple gigs, then charged $10 and got no bookings,
Nice.
and then not no bookings but very little bookings, and then bumped it up to $20 and just got heaps. So it's this weird learning thing of like people
Open mics that are free.
yeah
No
well,
one goes to.
yeah or it's more like people associate price with
Yeah, for
quality.
Yeah.
So like when it was $10, people thought it'd be shit, even though I got
Yeah.
a really good camera.
Yeah.
So that was a learning experience, and then just pretty much bought a second camera.
When did you figure that out though? Like, did someone say to you, "Hey, your prices are too low," or
Yeah, there were people
it's a
saying
typo?
Yeah. Well, people were like hinting like that it's so cheap, it's ridiculously cheap. And then people I talked to about it who weren't comics were like, why you charge more? Definitely charge more. And there's so many learning parts to filming comedians. Like, I started, I would book beforehand, which is bad because it means like someone messages me and says, "Hey, I'm doing a spot at Lido tonight. Can you come down and film me?" And I'm like, "Sure, it's $20." So I go all the way there, film there, sit through the whole show, film their spot, then leave. They give me 20, and then I've just made $20 for like, I don't know,
For
2 hours work.
Yeah.
Shit. So then comedians will come up to me afterwards and be like, "Oh, did you film my set?" And I'm like, "No, you didn't book me beforehand."
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh, fuck, that was shit." And then I was like, "Okay, I'm going to make this easier for people." So then I would do things like I'd message, try to get into the group chat of the gig. So either through the person who runs it or someone who reached out to me that's on the lineup, and just basically say, "I'm going to be here with my camera. If you want me to film, if you don't want me to film you, let me know, because it's important. If you don't want me to film, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'll just film everyone, and you can get your footage for like $20 each."
Yeah.
And then that worked a bit, but also people, it just I don't know, it still wasn't as worth it,
Yeah, because also too, and at assume the level that you're recording these shows, if these people bomb,
Yeah.
they don't want to spend $20 to relive that.
Exactly.
Sadistic fucking
Exactly.
thing.
That was the problem with pre-booking.
Yeah.
Was that happened a lot.
Yeah.
People would like bomb and then have to pay for it.
Yeah, which is insane.
Just horrible. Can you imagine?
And
yeah.
it's so hard to like preempt that person's gonna.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of that myself,
Yeah.
and people would say to me, "You've got to charge for this," because I did it for free. I was helping out a comedy fucking room.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but 90% of the people are bombing. Why are they going to fucking buy this?
Yeah.
And they were like, and everyone that said to me, like, you should charge was always decent.
Yeah.
Like, they were just a decent comic in general.
Yeah.
And they wanted their footage all the time. Or they could salvage, 50% of their set. Maybe new stuff didn't work, the old stuff. They just had a good bit, fucking, audience participation, fucking whatever it was, heckler takedown, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That would work, but they were good.
Yeah.
And the people that weren't good, or new or whatever, or just fucking shit, because there is some of them, that they wouldn't want to pay.
Yeah.
It's just like, and that's most open mics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a very tough field.
Yeah. So open mic film. That's the thing is I tried to film open mics and it just doesn't work because it's not. Also, like if there's not a good crowd, people don't want that footage, even if you do make them laugh, because it doesn't sound good.
Canned laughter.
Yeah, and it just sounds like sparse as well. So like, so then I was like, okay. Also, the other thing is that phone cameras are really good now. So, and people are like, well, why can't I just film this on my phone? And I've always said like, that's a totally fair thing to say, but you know what I mean. But
I won't
support
get
a struggling artist. No, you piece of shit.
Support a drama student.
Yeah, so I have so little degrees, you don't understand. No, I was like, that's fair enough, but I'm just taking the having to set up the camera somewhere
Yeah,
and
and it's a decent shot.
yeah.
You can
just,
fuck around with the settings.
yeah, exactly. It's like I take all this work that you have to, because you just want to get up there and do your shit. You know what I mean?
That is a good point.
You
That
know?
should have been something that I
Yeah.
to be like, I will do it, and you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
you bumbling your way through your set.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Someone standing in front of your camera.
Yeah.
So I was like, my tripod is as tall as me, so no one's gonna fucking get in front of it.
See, that's fucking genius
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But then again, it's still not that much money for your work.
Yes. Yeah. Hourly rate is fucking jack shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah. So like the most you'd make if everyone on the lineup bought their footage was like 180 to $200 out of like a 2-hour comedy show, which isn't terrible,
I was gonna say that's not bad,
but
it wouldn't happen all the time.
no.
That's a good night, I guess.
And also you've got to be there and on the camera the whole night.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot.
And when do you get to perform?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it wasn't ideal. So then festival came along and I think I only offered, it was like $200, then 50 for editing for people. And I got a third camera and then just said, yeah, I'll do a 3-camera setup for people's festival if you want me to film a festival show.
What year are we? 2021?
That was, yeah, the first festival out of lockdown, which I think, yeah, it was 2021. And then
that was weird itself, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was, yeah. Well, it was good. I remember that festival was really great. It was like a rubber band.
Yeah,
everyone's
like,
oh yeah, let's go fucking do it. So people were killing left, right, and center. All my friends were killing, and I was doing spots and a split show, I think, as well, something like that. And that was good because you're making, and suddenly you're making $250 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good money.
Which is great.
It's
and
people money.
And that was cheap. Like $200 for 3 cameras is fucking cheap as.
Yeah.
So it was good because it gave me was a bit of wiggle room. Like I could fuck up sometimes. I could lose footage. I never lose footage, but the shot could not look as great as I thought it was going to look, or I could take a little bit extra time to get someone the footage, or just like little things, little mistakes that people were like, I'm fine with because I only spent like $200 on this. And it's great. So that's the thing, is like, if your product's good, people really don't care. So, and then the next festival I bumped it up to 300, and then this past one I did 400. So because you get better and you reinvest in your equipment, and that's sort of how it got to where I am now, where and I'm still learning stuff, like,
and you're self-taught.
All self-taught. So all the video editing came from lockdown, just like, because that's all I could do. So I was just fucking around with effects and how to edit anything, and just taught myself how to do it, which was,
it sort of sounds like for you, COVID was the best time of your life.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You made 100%. The most money.
Yeah.
You learned something that, is not drama.
Yeah. But, a lot of listening to Lil Peep in the bathtub. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's ups and downs, it was like, it was fun, but also...
You had a bathtub.
There was if you go back through my Facebook, you'll see some shit that I was, I was like live streaming a lot, and it's... it's it's like a descent into madness. Growing my beard out. It was not. It was like one of those Japanese reality game shows where they lock him in a room for a year and just be like,
oh, really?
Oh, look at him, he's going crazy. And I'm like, yeah, you would.
I was gonna say, so with that, you obviously got the equipment, and then you got the skills up. Then you obviously had a foray that I looked into, obviously, your social media, Instagram and TikTok, which I was looking through just before, and some of your videos, I wrote these down because I was amazed. 1.8 million views one of your videos has. Over 300,000, over 600,000, nearly close to 700 that one, and well over 100,000 and a couple of others. How the fuck did that happen?
I'm just the best, really. That's all. It comes
And
down
that's
to.
where
I'm
we
just,
end.
yeah. I've just figured out the algorithm. No,
Yeah.
it's total luck. I have
Yeah.
no idea. I just made shit. What's going on?
My brother's just come home.
Tate's brother is walking into. I'm just giving the audio listeners, what's he got? He's got
his
like a
jacket,
green and gold
yeah.
jacket.
Yeah.
What is that? Did you get that from the op shop?
That's from my work.
Oh, from your work.
Yeah, which is the op shop.
Oh, nice. That ties in nicely. Yeah.
The Army retro rugby top made famous by John Howard.
Right.
I offer $20 from his work.
Oh, that's great. What a
Yeah,
steal,
yeah,
man.
See, that's the things
You gonna
that we
flip that?
provide at Aussie Disposals.
Yeah.
You think this is about you? This is just a long fucking ad for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of build up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you started doing the well, as I just said before, you were telling me
Yeah.
you were the best.
Yeah, no, it's total luck. Because, I mean, it's kind of this weird thing where it's like not that luck. It's,
You had to make it though. So
yeah.
it can't be luck.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So I think the videos that did that well
Yep.
were very shareable,
Okay.
So I think shareability comes into it quite a bit.
And relatability?
Yeah. Also broad topics.
Yep.
Like I did one that was about like, if you're in your, like, do you have, it was like an infomercial.
Yeah.
But it's
sore
about,
knees.
yeah, if you have
Yeah.
sore knees, do you fall asleep at 9 p.m., then you're in your mid-20s.
Yes.
And I was like, that obviously, that's pretty relatable to
Yes.
mid-20 people. So I think that's a factor, but also it is, pretty much pure luck. I think,
Okay.
because I posted the same video on, I think YouTube Shorts or Instagram, and it just did like average like 2,000 views.
And so TikTok got the 1.8 million.
Yeah. And then
That's
Instagram.
So many people.
Yeah, I know. That's
It's insane.
That's what people don't realize. They go, "Oh, my video underperformed. It only got like 4,000 views." I'm like, bro, can you imagine doing a gig to 4,000 people?
It's a theater.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. People
it's
need to.
A genuine, genuine.
The forum.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
I just did this in my fucking living room. You know what I mean? Like it's insane.
you couldn't fit 4,000 people in
Yeah.
here. Yeah. But, it's cool. One dude fucking stole that video. He recreated it. This guy from...
Call him out. I'm tag him.
I did.
Okay, call him out
did.
again.
I was like, hey, this guy...
Like, hey,
hey, champ, stop that. No, it was weird. It was one guy just ripped it off,
word
for word, made it, and I was like, his one didn't do that well, which made me happy. But I called him out and I was like, look at this fucking guy. And he was from a different country, like Hungary or something.
Yeah.
It was weird. And then
I do have a massive following in Hungary.
yeah, really.
No, of course not.
Yeah, right. Well, find him and tell him to fucking stop. No, there's and then these girls from USA were like, we love your video so much. Can we recreate it? And I was like,
10 grand.
yeah, shut up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because you asked for permission. But
Yeah,
it's weird how copyright works.
But the thing about, and this is your background in stand-up, is number one rule is do not steal other people's jokes.
Yeah.
So the idea, and this is the thing that annoys me about Reels, Shorts, fucking TikTok, all that type of stuff, is it is the exact same fucking stuff again. I only got TikTok, I think, this year.
Yeah.
And I can see it's addictive. It's fucking, it'll kill half an hour. It's perfect for in between halftime of the footy, between the second and the third quarter.
Yeah.
And I'll flick through for 20 minutes. And it's easy to share stuff. It's a brilliant app. It's fucking, it's perfect. But the thing that annoys me is the algorithm shows me the exact same shit again and again and again. And I'm like, you just did that word for word.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
And no one, it doesn't ever, look in the comments and it never gets called out.
No, there's no integrity whatsoever. People are used to it by now.
Yeah.
They just get used to it, which it's not good, but I guess it's gone so far now that I'm like, well, I just shouldn't care. Like if someone's ripping me off, it's fine because
TikTok, yeah. Jokes.
yeah,
No.
yeah, exactly, yeah. That's jokes are still very like
Yeah.
I'll do bits in open mics with like no audience members just to so that that's my bit. You know what I mean? Like
that tall guy said that. Yeah.
yeah. So I've said it first.
Yeah.
You know. So
And that is another thing about recording your stuff now, that it is yours. It's your security.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've been doing a bit for maybe 5 years, and it's just a throwaway joke. It's a bridge between like two things.
yeah,
Probably even like a non sequitur type thing. Like it's just out of the blue.
yeah,
But one of the Melbourne comics, we clearly don't know each other. It's parallel thinking,
Yeah.
100%. He brought out a YouTube special,
yeah,
and he's done it better.
yeah.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, but there's nothing in me that's like, you stole my joke, you piece of shit. It was just
Yeah.
like, no, you had that thought. It's a logical
Well, yeah,
thought.
yeah. Especially when they're little throwaway lines.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
it's easier to.
So it's like, it's like a 20-second bit.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's just like, oh, yeah. But if I had it out on a reel 5 years ago,
yeah,
when I started doing it, now that is mine. And if anyone ever said to me, I actually do have it recorded throughout, just shit that I've never posted in the
Yeah.
background. If someone said to me like, this is blah blah blah's joke.
Yeah.
I now live in the same city,
yeah.
and they're
yeah.
like, that's my fucking joke. And we're like, how about look at my raw set from
Yeah.
fucking 4 years ago, mate?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I did it then.
That's
Like,
exactly
yeah,
right.
Give me my fucking royalties, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very strange.
It is
but
weird.
People are very quick to be, especially in stand-up, to be like, you stole that joke. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's a fucking pretty simple bit. If you have a comedic mindset, you're going to have overlapping things.
Yeah, I feel like when it's little bits, it's fine because most people go, well, it doesn't, it's only a tiny little joke. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It doesn't matter. It's probably, you probably just thought of the same thing,
Yeah.
And like we're talking like, tiny little throwaway lines. It's like whatever. But I've only encountered since living in Melbourne, I've only encountered one instance of someone like actually ripping off a full bit.
Yeah.
And
his name is...
yeah, It was
It's our tagline.
yeah. Bleep.
He's a cunt. No.
Yeah. But it was so funny. I leaned over to my mate and I was like,
Was it your bit, sorry?
no, it wasn't. No,
No.
it was just. But it was like if you're gonna rip off a bit, right? If you're going to steal a joke and then change it, but not very much.
Yeah.
Not this one. This bit
so
is
specific.
this person that does this bit does it in probably every set that they do.
Okay.
And I was like, so that's why I leaned over to my mate and I was like, hey, they're doing so-and-so's bit. And he he was looking at his phone and he looked up and started listening for like 2 seconds and then looked at me and was like, oh, they are too. Oh my God. And it was, and then I just messaged the person and I said, hey, this person's
Really?
doing your bit. Yeah, I was like,
Was there beef?
no, well,
there
they
Facebook
just
beef?
said, oh, whatever. Oh, yeah, I'll sort it
kill
out or
them.
whatever. Yeah. I haven't seen them. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there was one time where there was another tall guy in the lineup and they put us together. He went first and bombed, and then I went and was doing well, and then at the end of my set was like, yeah, there can only be one of us in the scene, okay?
Yeah.
And everyone laughed, and that guy looked really sad, and then I never saw him in the scene again.
Really?
And I was like, oh, I regret that to the.
He could have been
to
your
this day.
brethren. That could have been your fucking...
And he went on to become Lewis Spears.
Yeah.
All this anger is just from me. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, it's a full-on thing in the scene, but on TikTok, no one seems to give a shit.
No, it's literally like... And that's the thing. I know what would happen would be people, like, let's say yourself. I think you're following 35,000 on TikTok.
Yeah, but like, that doesn't.
But I mean, like, so that's a small fish compared to someone who's got millions and millions of people, right?
Yeah.
If you do that video, you've still got a decent audience. Your reach is quite large.
Yeah.
Right? If you had a video that went fucking pretty well, let's say you get 500,000, whatever it is, if someone picked that up that had a big reach,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it gets fucking 20 million.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you just fucking, at some point, your stuff went into their realm feed. They could even have people that are like, hey, I think you should do something like this.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking scouting and whatnot, because they make millions of dollars from it.
That's the classic thing is that I see on TikTok all the time. You click on the sound of a sketch, and you see that the original video has like a fraction of the views the remix one, and then the worst part is when people accuse the original of ripping off the big guy. You're like, you have no idea.
Like, can I pet that dog?
It's like, just stop. So I don't know, but I like to think of it as like, well, this person relies on people to make their stuff.
Yep.
I just rely on my creativity, you know. So
it's sort of like someone stealing your joke, or I should say, parallel thinking of jokes. That you're like, if you were so angry at that idea, it's like, well, you're probably not a good joke writer, because if that's your main bit and you can never write anything else, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's similar jokes that are always going to happen, similar thoughts, opinions, whatever.
Yeah.
There's only so much shit under the sun.
Exactly.
You know? And we just having a different spin on it. I think we've got to say, like, that's fair enough. That's your idea or your opinion on that subject.
Yeah. I think the answer is just like, just keep making stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you didn't rip anyone off, you know, and if you got ripped off, it's like, yeah, whatever. Imitation is the highest form of flattery or whatever. So just keep making shit, you know?
Yeah. And then just, I suppose, cry yourself to sleep.
Yeah. Just or get really versed in copyright law. Start suing cunts.
Yeah. That's the dream. Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
I just wanted to. So with the, like, you know, obviously you had the big views and stuff like that on a few of the videos.
Yeah.
Do you think that, like, obviously you've built your channel from zero?
Yeah.
And you're not a fucking household name. Sorry to break it to you. Like,
No.
You know, you're not on TV, you're not on that. You don't have a pre-existing audience, I should say.
No, from anywhere.
So if, let's say, someone was listening to this podcast and they were like, I want to do that. I want to get into that realm of content creation, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What would you say would be some things that, you know, just in your opinion, obviously it's not fucking...
Yeah.
You know, not Gary V just like, do this, garage sales. Like,
yeah.
Shut up. Like, but what worked for you, at least?
Not listening to Gary V.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. He makes it out to be a lot easier than it is. But my opinion on how to make content is just do whatever it is that you have the most fun with.
Okay.
You know? Prioritize fun and like the excitement you get of coming up with ideas for stuff. Put that at the forefront. Don't make silly rules for yourself, and don't listen to other people who try to do that. You know, shit like you got to post once every day, and then you got to post a long video on YouTube once every week, and then you got to do the. It's like diet. You know, it's so different for every person. You know, you can't say that I need to, you know, have the same diet as like my girlfriend, for example, because I'm 7 foot tall and metabolism is like ridiculously quick. So it's not going to be the same advice.
You bastard.
You know? Yeah. And everyone fucking hates it. And yeah, that's fair enough. But hey, I got back problems up the wazoo. So, you know, that's fine.
Longer spine. That makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So, my advice is just because there is so much similar shit out there.
Yeah.
Everyone's just doing the same shit. So if you just have the balls or the labias, because I want to be inclusive, or the thems, I don't know, to just follow your own intuition, you know, and do, even if it doesn't make sense, you know, because it's like, well, these aren't the captions that everyone else is using, and I don't know if it's going to be eye-catching enough, and I'm not starting my video with the most impressive part. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
Just make shit.
Yeah, I think
you
that,
like making.
As you said, like, the reason that you got 1.8 million views for one video is because you made that video.
Yeah.
Like, you made that at the time. That was the direction you wanted, the fun that you wanted to have that day.
Yeah.
And it just happened to, you know.
Exactly.
Going back to that one, because it is such a large fucking number.
Yeah.
Is there anything that comes directly from that in the way of that video comes out, it gets like a certain amount of views, you know, it was well over 1 million.
Yeah.
Does that mean that all of a sudden you watched your followers grow just with one video?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
So
is it that big of a fucking thing that you need to be sort of doing that to make a following?
I definitely, well, it just comes in waves. And I think if you look through anyone who has a smaller following but not nothing,
Yep.
you'll see that pattern where one video will have, like 2 million views, and then there'll be maybe 12 videos with not much. Maybe one of those 12 has like 10K, and then the next one has 1 million views or whatever. So it's more about like consistency, you know, and not in terms of how often you upload, just being consistent with trying to come up with ideas, you know, having fun with making stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like I've got ideas for sketches that I haven't made yet just because it hasn't been at the forefront of my priorities right now.
Yeah.
Which it should be.
Yeah, okay.
But I've just been overwhelmed with other shit, and it's just, you know, and I'm at a time in my life where I'm like, I can see that it's going to happen, but it just hasn't. I just got to get through this other bullshit first and make some money and whatever, pay the bills, and then I should just do it.
Yeah.
You know? So, and then with the followers, it trickles down. So I got 1.8 million views, didn't get 1.8 million followers because it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Same with big channels who have 1.8 million subscribers. They don't get 1.8 million views on their videos, on every video. They might exceed some. So you'll get about, well, at least for me, I think I got like 500 followers on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I thought you were going to be like half my followers came from that.
No.
500.
Yeah. It's really, it's not huge.
Yeah, okay.
Because
you literally have to have multiple viral videos to get
yes.
Let's say over 100,000, 200,000, 300,000.
Yeah.
Like you probably have to have, you literally have to have millions and millions of views to translate to, you know, tens of thousands of followers.
Yeah, because a million views doesn't mean anything like it used to, you know? A million views 10 years ago was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? PewDiePie 10 years ago get 100,000 views on a video, and that would be big.
Massive.
I say 10 years ago. I should probably say like 15. But you know what I mean? Like now, like 10 million views is the new million views, I think.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
So I should be less impressed of your
I
1.8
think so.
million.
yeah. Simmer down.
Yeah.
It's not that cool, but it is cool because it's like, oh, you watch it and you get a bunch of notifications and
ding 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 ding.
Reading
ding.
the comments is cool.
You got some hurtful ones.
Hmm?
Do you get hurtful ones?
Yeah. So
This guy's too handsome.
Yeah. It hurts. It hurts my eyes. The jawline.
Yeah.
No, it's like, it's really nice when you get nice comments for the first time, you know, on something, and you get a bunch of them, and you're reading them, and it feels good, and then you get one negative one, it levels you, you know. But I
this guy's too tall.
Yeah. I got one that said this wasn't funny, and I got that screenshotted, and I'm going to get it framed and put it up in my studio.
Just to humble you.
Yeah. Or just like as motivation. Be like, okay.
We should have got a tattoo artist in here today, and we could have got you that on your neck.
That'd be great. Yeah. Come Dragon 68. This wasn't fun. Yeah. But
damn it.
Yeah.
It's some views from that.
Yeah. That'd be good. But yeah, it doesn't translate that much.
Yeah, what about, is there any sort of monetary like value or money, like, you know, any? No. What about collaborations or fucking?
Yeah, you can. I would say, so big videos. Just go back to like getting followers. My advice is, just keep being consistent, keep showing up, and you have more chance of winning the algorithm lotto.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, there's something I used to do is I'd follow and unfollow 100 people every day. You know, the whole follow for follow thing.
Show that you were active.
Well, no, it's not, it's a tactic that's old school but it still really works. And I get about 50 followers a day doing that. So you just follow people so I'd go onto the Comedy Stores page, or someone who is a public figure or a comedian that is similar style to me. So people would maybe see that I followed them, click on my profile and go, oh, he's like that guy that I also like.
Yeah.
And then they'd follow me. And I'd get a couple messages being like, hey, why did you follow me? And then I'd say, I'm just
None
trying
of your fucking business.
Yeah. I'd be like,
weird.
shh, just quiet now.
It's for the algorithm.
Yeah, let me watch all this stuff. I'd say like, I'm just trying to get my comedy stuff out there.
Oh, okay.
And people would 9 times out of 10 would be like, oh yeah, I had a look through it and it's really funny and I like it. So thanks, man. I'll watch. And then some people would just say that straight out, you know, just be like, hey, I saw you followed me. I love your shit. And
that's nice.
yeah. So it works.
Does anyone be like, don't follow me?
Maybe once.
Listen to you.
It's pretty, you know, if you're following the right, don't go onto Andrew Bolt's Instagram and follow all those people. Cause I don't know if you want that crowd, you know, or like politicians that, you know, strong, you know, Jordan Peterson, I feel like Joe Rogan, you'd probably get some weird people.
I
don't know.
I think everyone would have a weird.
Yeah, find your people. Is what I'm saying.
Find your weird.
Yeah, I can't really pick a person that would have weird followers, but maybe Andrew Tate. I don't know, but
the worst thing is, my name's Tait, and my middle name is Andrew.
Oh yeah.
And that just dawned on me the other day. I'm like, ugh. Yes. And then I'm like, it's spelled different.
Yeah, but he's really fucked that up for you, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I
think I've had one girl on Hinge who'd be like, do a lot of people hate your name? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't done a survey on it yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I just wrote only cunts.
Yeah. No, I think you're fine.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's that. I think you would find that there's a lot of people who wouldn't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just because they pop up on social media and stuff, majority of people are like, oh yeah, it's that bald guy. Like, yeah.
That's another great point is like the internet and even like the YouTube and influencer and whatever space is huge. Like that guy, Gus Johnson, I mentioned before, was a big inspiration for some of the sketches I was doing early on. He has like 3 million subscribers. And you never heard of him before.
No.
You know?
No,
there's people with 8 million that have
never... I haven't heard of any of the gamers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
It's just not in my world.
Yeah, exactly.
But they have 8 million... Like, and that's the thing. That's going back to America briefly is... If you can do stand-up in America, which is your goal, population density and being able to travel through small cities in Australia, a city, you know, is Melbourne, Geelong... Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
there's not that many.
No,
whereas over there, it's like, this is a city over here, and it's got 500,000 people, and you're like, fucking hell, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So you can make a career in America and stuff like that, just doing comedy because you're like, there's enough people.
There's just
to
enough.
see it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not fucking Werribee. You know,
that's what I mean.
Like, just out in the sticks, like.
Yeah, there's between major cities, there's other towns, and in those towns
there's a scene.
250,000 people.
Yeah,
and you can rock up there and be like, hey, I'm fucking Isaac Jones.
Yeah,
my knees are sore. Come watch my shit.
It'd be so great. I can stop doing open mics at Fountain Gate. You know, it's just fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
What were you saying before? After that, talked about followers.
Money.
Oh, money, right? Yes. So TikTok Live. I think you can get donations through there. I made like 50 cents. Or
I really thought it was going to go another direction.
Yeah, no.
I made 50 cents.
Yeah, no.
Sick.
Instagram doesn't pay anything.
Okay.
Big Instagram influencers I've seen, like when I was getting into the gym a lot, I followed a bunch of these gym guys, and
they say, train harder. And
no.
Like, oh, really? Okay, that's what I need to do.
Interesting, yeah.
I can hate those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from a morbidly obese man.
Yeah.
The two ends of the spectrum over here.
Yeah. Still, though, like, I could have guessed that I need to train hard.
How
Yeah.
did you get so muscly? Oh, I trained hard. I see.
Right.
I was only training.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
But one of them said like he legit makes $0 from Instagram, and it makes sense because you think like where would that money come from? You know, there's
It'd have to be from sponsors. I
that.
assume.
Well, yeah, but that's not from. You know what I mean?
So I guess it's a gateway to get sponsors, to get your face out there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy when you think about it. Like putting anything on the internet is insane.
Yeah.
And then like getting the opportunity to make money
Yeah.
is pretty like it's insane for the most part, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cool in another way.
Exactly.
Like what I wanted to chat about with you as well is you're doing stand-up comedy, which was the focus and still is, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely.
The freelancing and doing videography feeds
Yeah.
your life to do stand-up so you can get better and that can be your full-time job, I
Yeah.
assume sometime. So now, because you've got this opportunity and a platform and a base and all this fucking stuff, do you find that you write jokes or have something in mind to go like, I'm going to record that and that should help me out online, like with your online presence?
How do you mean? Like?
So are you writing jokes now? So when you first started comedy, TikTok and all these things didn't exist when you were 15.
Oh, am I like writing jokes for TikTok?
So to go like, all right, I'm going to do this and it's going to be short enough that I can do on a reel, a short, whatever it is. And that's how you get your stand-up out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't think so because the whole reason I'm doing Instagram and TikTok and stuff is to sell tickets to the live show. I wouldn't do it if I didn't. I mean, it is kind of fun, like editing your own stuff, you know, and being like, look, I did this thing and it was really cool. But at the end of the day, it's just to sell tickets. Like if I was selling out shows, I wouldn't promote myself at all, you know, without having to.
Yeah.
So, and also I want to make it fun for the people in the room, not for the view, not shit for them or just okay for them, but great for the people in the internet, you know?
Yeah, okay.
But
I mean, they would go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I was going to say,
it's not going to be shit in the room. And
no, that's pretty hard to do that. Yeah,
spectacular.
Yeah. But it's like the thing I'm doing at the moment a lot is like improvised impressions. So
I saw that the other.
Some impressions, like at Expert, I did that.
Yeah. Call something out.
Yeah, yell something out, and I'll do an impression of it, which hand in hand works really great for TikTok and Instagram. And I've got a bunch of footage of that I'm gonna post. Like I did Esoteric, the music festival, and that was hectic because they'll just give you like 40 minutes, and I just did that and for like 40 minutes, and
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And you can just keep doing it. And I thought about like if I was going to do a festival show, would I do a whole festival show of just improvised impressions? But I think people would get sick of it, and maybe I'll have some. I'm still working on it, maybe.
Yeah, it would be hard, especially if the audience weren't giving you much, and you were like, or you had a cunty audience, and they were saying like, "We're concrete," and you're like, okay, I'll just lie down, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, and there's also a lot of work for them, and I don't want to make it too much work.
Yeah, sometimes it is nice to see people do their like honed material. I'm like, I like straight stand up, like fucking just pure, just person on stage. You tell jokes or stories, bang.
Yeah.
And I think I wouldn't enjoy that as much.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the good thing is if you get a fan base that is yours, they come for your stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it is being a comedian. I think you need to be able to pull in your people because you're just going to anyway. You know, the more you make and put out there, it's going to be stuff that you like, and that's going to attract people that like that. So you're going to attract your niche crowd.
Yeah.
But as a comedian, you need to be able to go into rooms that are not your crowd and still kill.
Yeah.
So that's the hard part.
And other than that, like you're talking about going to America.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be your audience or even your like, you know, people.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like it's going to be a lot of tall people there, but
Yeah,
like it's going to be you, like homegrown fucking slang references, all
Yeah.
that regional humor, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Like you just have to have funny material.
yeah, yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people fall down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I work back home, and you're like,
Yeah,
you're not.
like, no,
well,
read the room. You know.
Yeah, yeah. You're not back home.
Yeah, exactly. So when I go over there, I'm gonna. Yeah, obviously, I'm not gonna do like I have a country set. Like when I go and do rural towns and stuff.
Yeah.
And that makes it sound immediately racist, but it's not. It's
What
like
I was thinking.
it's just like it's just more stuff to do with. It's more tall jokes, and it's more like just reference like Aussie stuff, like references that they would get, and it's a bit more crass.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, it's not a hard and fast rule when I'm going into the country that I do that set because you still got to. That's why it's hard to go first because you don't get a real read of
what's working.
Yeah. So that's why it's the MC's first bit, first like little 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever they do before they bring it on is everyone should be listening to that because they need to figure out if they need to make any changes to their set. You know what I mean?
So a superstar MC would have like 5 different subjects
in
the 5 minutes and be like, all right, they're after dirty stuff tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go dirty.
Yep.
They're after
All right.
political, whatever it might be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking...
So when I go over there, I'm just going to do whatever the room... Yeah, just like...
Don't go first.
Yeah. Try not to go first. Just do whatever I think would work in that space, whatever space I'm in, you know?
And you'll be like... I think there's a bit of leeway anyway for people from other countries being anywhere.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? It's like, oh, he's different.
Yeah, I think
You know
so.
what I mean? Like, not in a racist way, but
Yeah,
it's
no.
like...
Yeah,
Jesus,
it's
pissing
something
me off to
other.
say that, the gods
Yeah.
fucking get angry.
Yeah.
I think we've covered most things, man, that I wanted to chat about, and we're close to an hour already.
Yeah, sick.
Give some plugs, man, of all your,
Oh, some
especially
plugs,
your videography type stuff. If there's anyone out there that wants anything done, you said you'll film absolutely anything.
Yeah.
And not knock any work back at all. Was that correct?
Yeah, I just want to see how far people will test that. You know what I mean? Like, you still got to pay me, but fuck, I'll do it. You know, I'll film some shit. I have no moral code whatsoever. No, I'll see how it goes. But the videography is good now. If anyone's listening to this being like, I need a videographer, this is the time to hire me because I've, like, to get into the specifics of it, I've got 3 really good cameras now. But mainly I know how to film that will look good for TikTok clips and stuff like that. Yeah. And I can record through the desk now, which might not mean anything to some people, but it's, you know, have good audio already, but now it's even better.
Yeah. As the storm beckons
stormy behind me. I don't know if that's
Jesus
coming through
Christ.
the mic, but it's like fucking the end times out there.
Yeah. It's like, plug your stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Start blendering.
Yeah.
Shit,
Let's get the NutriBullet going.
Yeah, doing like super loud ASMR. Like, yeah. Just keep going. Yeah, but it's good. It's but yeah, I mean, if you need someone to help you make TikTok clips as well, I do all that as well. Like, editing, you know, subtitles can be a bitch, so I'm really quick at it and can do them any way you want them, you know.
In any language?
In any language, yeah.
Really testing you here.
In Google's, in Google's translated form of language. So,
okay, yeah.
If you want
very
that.
formal.
Yeah.
So what, you're probably going to get to it, but what are we searching?
Oh yeah, just Isaac of Jones on Instagram, or it's just you can just type in Isaac Jones and it's the orange one, like the orange picture.
Yep.
And then or on Facebook, Isaac Jones, and then TikTok, Isaac Jones. LinkedIn. No.
I will have all of your links in all of my stuff.
Yeah, sick.
So that'll be all in the stuff if anyone needs to find Isaac.
On LinkedIn.
Any final thoughts? LinkedIn? Is that like, is it you actually?
No, please don't follow it.
Okay,
No.
yeah. I'm not in that realm, so I thought it was a joke, sorry.
No, it is a joke, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
No, fuck that.
Jeez,
but YouTube I've done a bunch of sketches on YouTube. I haven't posted anything in a while, but
Okay.
I did have a period where I was like really.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
for it.
everything will be in the. This will be up on YouTube as well.
Yeah, cool.
There's no videos, so
That's all right.
just
We'll
gonna
put
be-
that picture of us.
yes, that
You
we're
know,
going to take.
it's the height
Yes.
difference. Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to
Yeah.
stand on a stool.
Yeah. Any final things? I don't know. Just yeah. Nah, that's pretty much it.
Strong.
Strong,
face
yeah,
then.
strong.
Just for
My face was like,
fucking
yeah,
train hard.
train. Yeah, just train hard. If you've gotten anything from this podcast, you just need to be training harder.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 48 with Isaac Jones. Clearly, you've just listened to the episode, but feel free to share it to your friends, family, prison inmates. I don't give a fuck. We will be back with some episode in the near future. What a shitty outro.
Oh, that's good, man. That's great. That's good. Don't talk down to yourself.
Okay.
It's great.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.